So thank you, Kamla, for coming to speak about the Soul Contract Reading Training Level 1 and your experience of it the other month. So just wondering whether you'd be open to sharing just sort of how you felt and what you were thinking about and just prior to the workshop.
Hi, Nicholas. Well, we've known each other for quite a few years now, and I can remember my very first experience of the soul contract reading that you gave me about 10, 12 years ago, maybe. You gave me a little mini reading, and I remember at the time kind of like this sort of nodding my head inside, sort of saying, oh, yes, that makes sense and everything, and then also another part of me sort of feeling a little bit skeptical about it, and I think you explained to me at the time that I have particular numbers in my soul contract reading that allow that kind of openness to the spiritual aspect and also a little bit of skepticism. So we've always kind of played with that dynamic. So before the group, I mean, I'd been having the intention to come on the group as something like sort of bubbling away in the back of my mind for a few years, and every time we tried to schedule it, the dates didn't work. So this time it was like the dates all lined up, the timing worked. So I was still, I had that curiosity and kind of openness to it working, but also still my little bit of my skeptic running. So I was kind of looking forward to something new, a new direction, and so kind of curious, but with an open mind, but also with I'd say slightly, what's this all about kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how was it when you're actually in the workshop with the others and just receiving the transmission and the knowledge that the work offers?
It was great, lovely people, very relaxed learning atmosphere, very good pace and everything. I felt kind of like a little bit like I wasn't quite sure why I was there. I was kind of waiting for it to unfold and kind of waiting for the pieces to fall into place, and it unfolded kind of very gradually. I like the way that you kind of like taught us the meaning of the numbers and how to do the reading sort of layer by layer. So it wasn't like a massive, great big chunk. It was like we were sort of building it up bit by bit, just kind of going into things gradually, deeper and deeper. And one of the things that struck me most about it was the energetic impact of it. And that was kind of the thing that overcame the sort of the sort of skeptical voice, if you like, was just the sheer strength of the energy I felt by being in the group. At times it was kind of quite noticeable, the effect on me that it was just like it was almost like it wasn't about what you were saying, it was about what I was receiving kind of on a kind of physical bodily level. It was like something like beyond words. You couldn't put it into words. It was just like a pure energetic flow that was happening, and sometimes it was just really blew me away.
Yeah, that's sort of the transmission into your DNA that happens with the work. So
yes, I could definitely relate to that it was a really, really strong physical experience. And as we came into doing the second phase of the group, then I kind of started to feel somehow I'd had a space. We had a gap between the two halves of the group. I'd had space for somehow it to sort of somehow integrate physically. So it was much more kind of like, yes, I'm here, I'm doing the group, I know why I'm doing it. It's like kind of all fitting into place a little bit more, because I think I'd had a little bit time to absorb it, and starting to experience what it was like to receive the transmission of the readings, particularly noticeable when we were exploring the numbers of some of my friends who'd volunteered to let me use their names for practice, how when we talked about how their charts were working out, that I could feel the connection, the energetic connection and that same kind of real strong physical sensation of an energy flow, sort of an energetic hit. So that was interesting as well to kind of that. So that was kind of helping to kind of solidify my understanding of it and sort of open the gateways, if you like, a little bit more.
Because you've got quite a deep transmission.
Absolutely. I remember in the last afternoon of the group when we were doing our practice session, doing our exchange, I can remember preparing to give my reading to my partner, and as I was working with the reference material, kind of writing down the notes for the reading, I was also finding that additional information was coming to me that was kind of being transmitted as I was preparing for the reading, and when I was giving the reading to my partner, feeling very clear and very alert, and that it all kind of flowed, and he seemed to be having a good experience from that. And then we swapped over, and then it was his turn to give me the reading, and about halfway through it, I just felt like I don't know, somebody had turned up the volume on the transmitter, if you like. It was just like really, really strong. It was like I say, a really strong physical transmission of energy coming through. So yeah, very strong.
Yeah, I think you guys really got the process and the energy, and what happens is that your body absorbs the transmission of the 22 numbers, and even though we're talking to your mind with all the actual conscious part of the work, it's actually the embedding in the body is where the true learning occurs with this work.
Yes.
So gradually you become it.
Yes.
This happened very rapidly in this workshop. I was amazed at how quick it happened with you guys.
Yes.
Assimilated, and then you were coming up with amazing readings, really very potent, very truthful, very, very touching of the soul. So it's a very special experience for me, and after so many years of teaching this, it was quite incredible.
Yes, and it was quite. I remember I felt quite excited by the possibilities at the end of the group. A possibility of a new way of working, something, another tool I could add to my repertoire, and something that was going to reach people not just on the level of the words of the reading and the meaning, but something that was going to make sense of a lot of things for people, and also that was going to reach another level of transmission of information to them.
Yeah, it's a wonderful tool as a therapist.
Yes, I know many times we've had conversations and you said, oh, it's your whatever number that's doing this, and you need to do X, Y, Z to help deal with that. And I've been lucky enough that we could spend some time working on my numbers and my soul contract around my name and choosing a new name. So very grateful to have benefited from that.
So how has the new name been, the optimized name?
Yes, it's been very interesting. As soon as we settled on a new name, because it came to me through the workshop. I woke up in the night, one of the nights of the workshop, and the sort of new addition to my name, it was there in my mind, and we tweaked with the phonetics. I felt very happy as soon as we hit on exactly the right combination, and somehow it's brought a lot of relaxation for me, and it's kind of helped me just to relax into the flow of things. There's a lot of uncertainty for me in my life at the moment, but it's helped things to relax, helped me to trust more. I found that new opportunities have been coming up. Within a couple of days, I had two interviews for some very lucrative work coming up for me. I had lots more people inviting me out and wanting to meet up with me. Lots and lots of new things happening, and also a sense of something that's going to give me like a vehicle to take me through this period of quite a lot of change and transition that has been going on for a while for me. But somehow the way we've worked with the name, with the optimized name, we've found a combination that's going to help support that process. So yeah, it feels like it's already supporting me, and it's a bit like a resource, if you like. If I'm kind of feeling a little bit astray with things, I can just like kind of remember the new name or the optimized name, and just kind of tap into that quality of it and the energies that it brings. I haven't totally got it up here exactly, what all the numbers mean and everything, but there's sort of definitely the feeling of it when I relax into it. It feels very, very good. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we cover the name optimization process formally in level 2, but
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
it was just your time in level 1 for them.
Yes. Yeah, it was very clear from starting to do the practice when that the name I'd been using was just too short, and it wasn't giving the expansion that I needed. And the new name, the optimized name, I think is going to be doing that for me.
So how's the integration process been since the workshop?
Integration. Well, I was absolutely worn out, not worn out, but I was very, very tired in the first few days after the group. It was like having my circuits rewired somehow. So I kind of rested a lot, slept a lot, really, really, I say, felt like I had a complete overhaul on some level. And then after about a week or so, I sort of found like, things just snapped back into place, and I kind of got more focus and more energy. So yes, it was a sort of, like I say, a strong process. Like I felt for me particularly very much about embodying it physically, and in terms of integrating the learning, that's slightly on hold for me because I've had, as I say, had other things coming up. But I got an eager queue of friends wanting me to practice with them, and looking forward to hearing their soul contract readings, and then also looking forward to me doing the level 2, so I can optimize their names as well when we're done.
So it sounds like it's worked really well for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say I'm excited by it, and kind of like I say, I'm just because so many things changing for me at the moment. There's not been as much space to focus on it yet, but that will come.
Okay, that's wonderful. Okay. Thank you, Kamla, for your time. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Nicholas. Thank you.